Imagine going to sleep in a quiet, peaceful village and waking up to find over 1,700 people dead. Entire families, neighbors, children, livestock, in an instant. Life as you know it just disappears. And the terrifying part, there was no visible cause, no storm, no attack, just death, flowing silently through the night. This wasn't fiction. It happened on August 21st, 1986, in the small village of Nyos in Cameroon, West Africa. Villagers were unaware that a hidden, invisible threat was lying dormant in the very lands. Cape they trusted, the serene lake that reflected the sky each morning, was actually a deadly trapper. Natural phenomenon so rare and horrifying that scientists still study it today. Lake Nyos is not just any lake, it is a crater lake, sitting atop an ancient volcanic caldera in the Cameroon volcanic line, a chain of volcanoes stretching across West Africa. Crater lakes are formed when volcanic activity collapses land into itself, creating deep depressions that fill with water. In the case of Lake Nyos, this crater reaches depths of over 100 meters, about as tall as a 60-story building. Beneath this peaceful surface, volcanic magma had been slowly releasing carbon dioxide gas into the water for centuries. The gas, invisible and heavier than air, sank to the bottom of the lake, trapped under layers of water and pressure. Scientists call this a stratified lake because its water layers do not mix easily, meaning the dangerous CO gas stayed hidden below the surface, building silently over decades. Then, on that fateful night in 1986, something disturbed this delicate balance. The exact trigger is still debated. Some scientists suggest a minor landslide on the lake bed or a small earthquake shook the water, enough to start mixing the layers. Others propose a sudden temperature change in the upper layers of water. Whatever it was, it caused the lake to release its trapped gas in a violent, sudden event known as a limnic eruption. A limnic eruption occurs when dissolved gases in deep lake water suddenly come out of solution, forming a massive gas cloud. In Lake Nyos, the CO erupted in a dense, invisible cloud over 50 meters high, flowing down the surrounding valleys. CO is heavier than oxygen, so it hugged the ground, displacing breathable air and suffocating every living creature in its path. Because CO is odorless, colorless, and tasteless, the villagers had no warning. People woke up, took a breath, and never exhaled again. Within minutes, over 1,700 people and thousands of livestock were dead. Some homes were damaged by the surge of gas, but most people simply collapsed where they slept. One survivor later recalled waking to a strange mist in the early morning. He felt his chest tighten and his vision blur. By the time he realized what was happening, neighbors were already gone. The stench of death hung in the air as he ran, coughing, trying to escape the invisible killer. Rescue teams found the aftermath surreal. Entire families gone, livestock dead in the fields, windows shattered, but no signs of trauma or struggle. The horror of Lake Nyos was not just in the numbers, but in the sheer randomness and suddenness of the disaster. The world watched in shock as scientists confirmed the unimaginable. Lake Nyos had become a ticking time bomb, even more terrifying. Nearby Lake Monoun had caused a smaller eruption just 2 years earlier, killing 37 people. Suddenly, what seemed like a rare freak accident was now a terrifying natural hazard, and experts realized this was a phenomenon they needed to understand before it struck again. Engineers responded by installing degassing tubes in the lake during the 1990s. These vents slowly release CO2 from the bottom in a controlled manner, preventing pressure from building up to deadly levels. Monitoring systems now watch the lake constantly, tracking gas concentrations, water temperature, and seismic activity. Yet even with these precautions, the question lingers: can humans ever truly control nature's hidden power? Could another lake, somewhere in the world, be silently preparing to erupt without warning? The tragedy of Lake Nyos reminds us that danger isn't always loud. It doesn't announce itself with fire, smoke, or tremors. Sometimes the deadliest threats are invisible. Carbon dioxide, a gas we breathe every day in small amounts, became a silent killer in massive concentration, and volcanic activity, which we often imagine as explosions and lava, can hide lethal forces beneath calm, reflective waters. Even today, Lake Nyos is calm, peaceful, but its memory haunts the valleys. Nature doesn't warn, doesn't negotiate, and doesn't forgive. One night, an entire community was erased, and we are left wondering, are we truly safe? Or is history silently waiting to repeat itself somewhere, unnoticed? If you want to uncover more shocking mysteries, hidden disasters, and secrets of our world, hit that subscribe button and join me as we explore the forces that shape our planet.